Waiting for your
Hello,
presentation. Yes, hello.
how are you?
Okay, good. Thank you. Please open your presentation and you may start.
Okay, thank you.
In
Regularity of pituitary thyroid system status in patient with acne from iodine deficiency is one of the most common skin disease among the young people, disease of pilosebaceous unit, chronic inflammatory disease with localized rash, acne, pustules, nodules, cysts, and scars, indicative of systemic disease related to metabolic and hormonal disorder. Here in this three picture, we can see the different forms according to severity of the acne, acute, moderate, and severe. Pathogenesis. Pathogenesis is related to increase in a sebaceous secretion, hyperkeratinization of sebaceous duct, immune response, and bacterial colonization. Now, how thyroid gland is related to regulation of the development of acne. Stimulation of thyroid hormone, nuclear receptor, thyroid alpha, alpha 1, thyroid alpha beta. The main thyroid hormone binding isoform result in epidermal proliferation, hair growth, skin regeneration, and wound healing. Thyroid hormone signaling is important determinant of the mobilization of the stem cells out of their niche in the pilosebaceous complex. In the pathogenesis of acne, we can see the early comedo, later comedo, then inflammatory papule pustule form and nodule cyst form. Like in the early comedo, we can see hypersebum production and secretion, and in the later comedo form, in the closed and open, we can see how the obstruction to the follicle is there. And in the later stage, like in the nodule and the cyst, we can see how the inflammatory response. We can also see while the obstruction. Here I have shown a blast of Ukraine in which Чернівці area with pronounced iodine deficiency symptom and the Kyiv area with the partially expressed iodine symptom. Even in the world map, we can find like many areas, India, Pakistan, Africa, and much more. This problem of iodine deficiency is not confined to Ukraine, but is present worldwide. So, my objective is about state of pituitary thyroid system in the patient with acne who lives in the region with natural iodine deficiency. Method of research was ELISA, enzyme-linked immunosorbate assay, to check the level of thyroid stimulating hormone, free thyroxine, free triiodothyronine, and by the use of ultrasound apparatus, we can find the sonographic change to look for the changes in the thyroid gland. Now, material we examined 57 patients aged from 19 to 25 years who are residing in the city and the village of the Чернівці region, which is a biogeochemical region with the natural iodine deficiency. Duration of the acne in the examined patient ranged from 1.5 to 9 years. In the ultrasound examination thyroid gland, we found 45.6% patient was with unchanged sonographic report and 54.4 was found with the sonographic picture changed, which further like hyperplasia of the thyroid gland first degree, mixed goiter, nodular goiter. And when testing the free thyroxine and free triiodothyronine and TSH values, we find 19 patients have change in one of the indicator, 6 patients had changes simultaneously in 2 indicators, and 5 had changes in all the 3 indicators, which are free, T3, T4, and thyroid stimulating hormone. Changes of pituitary system in the examined patient was mostly of subclinical or latent course in this patient. The patient with the sonographic change report was further prescribed to endocrinologists, and they found that 56.4% of patients was with euthyroid symptoms, and 28.2% was found with the hyperthyroid symptom, and 15.4% was found with the hypothyroid symptom. And in this pie chart, you can see the maximum of patient is in the subclinical or latent form of the euthyroidism, and then followed by the other percentile is hyperthyroidism, then hypothyroidism. And it can lead to further manifestation like autoimmune thyroiditis, diffuse goiter stage, subclinical hyperthyroidism, or diffuse nodular goiter. In the conclusion, we can say 68.4% of examined patients with acne who permanently reside in the territory with natural iodine deficiency. Changes of pituitary thyroid system was manifested in the sign of diffuse goiter 1-2 degree, 30.7%, autoimmune thyroiditis 7.9%, nodular goiter 6.1%, thyroid hypoplasia 5.3%, and changes in the serum content thyroid stimulating pituitary hormone and thyroid hormones. Prevalence of euthyroidism, thyroid hypofunction was found, which is the vast majority of the patients were discovered in the latent or subclinical form. Changes of pituitary thyroid system are more frequently observed in the patient with moderate and severe clinical course of the acne. Thank you for the attention.
Please, thank you very much. And dear jury, pay attention that I turned off all of the microphones because it would be the problems with the video. So now you need to turn on your microphones and please your questions.
Yes.
How do you think, please, what was first, thyroid gland disorder or acne as a disease? What stimulate the problem? Thank you.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yes. How do you think, what was the real relation in this situation? What can be first, disorder of thyroid gland or skin disorder?
Yes, as I have discussed about the iodine deficiency area. So here we are correlating like the patient was having the acne from the long term who are residing in the iodine deficiency area. And later on when we tested the level of thyroid T3, T4 thyroxine and thyroid stimulating hormone, we find changes there. So it's like correlatable, how the one thing leads to other.
Yes, thank you very much. And another question, please. What was your personal participation in this analysis? What did you do personally?
Under the guidelines of my supervisor, I as she guided me, she informed me about this. So I was going through the all data and tried to record what are the necessity point and where I need to be focused.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anyone other, please, your questions? So if there are no questions, we can move to the next particular.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.